All right, let's try this again. This is another episode of Around the Blocks, the Beer Sports Whatever podcast. We are hopefully going to stay live on Facebook. I apologize. I don't know what happened. We have resent the link to old Pops Brown himself, so I'm hopeful that he'll hop back in here shortly if he can ever figure out how to use his phone. Beer Sports Whatever is beyond proud to be a part of the family at the Around the Block podcast platform. We have an absolutely jam-packed show. We actually have breaking news as of right now. Baker Mayfield has posted a letter on Instagram basically saying goodbye to the city of Cleveland. So I am unclear as to what that could possibly mean. My apologies, I should say, Steve. Austin blames the dog. That's entirely fair. So hopefully Pops will hop back in. Our other potential special guest maybe going to hop in, so we shall see. I am Ron Burgundy. As we were talking about before the show cut out last time, Tom Brady is back. He decided to make his way back to Tampa Bay. Unbelievable. I mean, the fact that he only lasted, 2 months into retirement? I mean, the talk show for Nick Cannon lasted a lot longer than what, Tom Brady lasted in retirement, so good for him. Let's see. Steve says sources saying Watson won't waive his no trade clause for Cleveland. Very interesting. Very interesting things going on with Deshaun Watson right now. We'll get to that in a few minutes, but let's set up the show first. Tonight's beer of the week, Sonic Hard Seltzer. Because at Sonic, you can have it your way. Let's see. Austin says, if Jurassic Miles comes with him, I'm here for it. I mean, yes, we'll talk all about Deshaun Watson. We'll talk about Tom Brady. We will talk about Laramie Tunsil agreeing to redo his deal and stay in Houston. Why? I don't know. But he did come out on Twitter with the Wolf of Wall Street GIF, or GIF as the kids call it, the GIF thing that you can send to people. So we've got that to talk about. Justin Reed has left the Houston Texans for the Kansas City Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs do like the Houston Texans' former safeties. So we've got that to talk about. We have got news about the baseball god himself. And I'm sure Steve is going to have something to say about this. Carlos Correa and Machete Maldonado. Maldonado has taken over the Astros Twitter world, so we've got that to talk about. We have got March Madness to break down. The fact that the University of Houston is probably going back to the Final Four. We've got that to talk about. We've got so much to talk about, and we want everybody that is listening to the show right now to obviously be a part of the show, because this is the most interactive podcast in the game. So if you've got something that you would like to talk about that we are not discussing right now, all you got to do, hit the comment button. We'll bring you up literally live here on stage to talk about all of that. First of all, congratulations, Austin and company. The Texas A&M Fighting Aggies are fighting their way literally towards an NIT championship. Austin asked me, what is the NIT? It's also known as the Not Invited Tournament, meaning that the schools that are good enough to get into the dance go to March Madness. The other set of schools go to the NIT. So the NIT kicked off tonight. A&M is playing somebody. I think they're winning. So mazel tov to them. So we've got NIT. We've got NBA. The Houston Rockets are venturing their way to end the season to being one of the worst teams in the league. Yeah, you know what? The Beer Sports Whatever is the unofficial podcast of Texas A&M basketball. We don't want any money from Texas A&M basketball, but we would like some sort of recognition. I don't believe the middle finger emoji is necessarily appropriate for the show, Austin. This is a family environment, so we are going to take that down immediately. But we do appreciate your passion. It is also noteworthy that the broke bat pitches of the Montrose Softball League kicked off their season this past weekend. Your boy and Austin and Amanda and Murphy and the rest of the broke bat pitches went 1-1. Your boy batted third, okay? Went a ridiculous 6 of 7 from the plate. All right, hammering out balls to the outfield that could not be corralled by the defense on their best day. So shout out to the broke bat pitches. Austin, my name is not Beer Pitch. It is the Hebrew Hammer. The jersey will be in this week. I may or may not be wearing the jersey on next week's show. Speaking of next week's show, we do have breaking news. Ryan Davis, if you would be so kind as to put up a comment that you did before, breaking news sounder, if you will. I do have breaking news to share to everybody. Steve, we will talk about this comment in a minute. But if we can get a breaking news sounder, if you will, with the word breaking news, with the alarms going off, I would appreciate that from one of our very loyal listeners. I think that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you, Ryan. It has now been confirmed that this Sunday, opening weekend, March Madness, it's St. Patrick's Day on Thursday. All right, you've got the opening weekend of the tournament. It's literally probably the greatest 4-day run of sports that we're going to have probably throughout the entire year. Confirmed this Sunday at Nick's Place off Westheimer and Rocky Ridge. Nick's Place, 11 a.m. Make your plans to be at Nick's Place because we are going to have Alex Middleton of 94.5 The Buzz, the Rod Ryan Show. One of our favorite guests that we've ever had on Beer Sports Whatever, Alex, the Cal Ripken of Crawfish Middleton, live at Nick's Place for episode 182 of the Beer Sports Whatever podcast. Alex Middleton live. Lewis Pops Brown live at Nick's Place. Mike Brown live at Nick's Place. They've got literally some of the best pizza in the game. Great Italian food. The tiramisu, it's not the greatest tiramisu I've ever had, but it's not a bad tiramisu. I've got gift cards. They've got drink specials, brunch specials. I got t-shirt. I got hats. I got Beer Sports Whatever. What's it called? I got Beer Sports Whatever stickers. I've got the official mascot of Beer Sports Whatever. Literally, Mike Brown as a bobblehead is coming to Nick's Place on Sunday at 11 a.m. What else could you want? Literally, what else? They got beer specials, coach. All right, you got the Beer Sports Whatever. The Hebrew Hammer bobblehead is going to make its first public appearance. What else could y'all possibly want? I got free stickers. I got gift cards. I'm probably going to bring this Miami Dolphins lava lamp. Okay, the lava lamp's going to come. We got live music. We got all the games on all the TVs. Literally, what else could you potentially want? This Sunday, 11 o'clock, we've got Alex Middleton. Alex Middleton is going to be there. Pops is going to be there. I'm going to be there. Make sure y'all are there. Let's make a good impression on Nick's Place. And from now on, by the way, if you are watching this show right now and you would like something brought onto the show, put the breaking news little thing on it, and we will bring it up on stage. So very excited. Alex Middleton confirmed for this weekend, Sunday, 11 o'clock. We'll post all the details about that. And the second annual Beer Sports Whatever March Madness Extravaganza Lollapalooza Bonanza. This year, we are partnering with Alex Middleton's Pass the Gravy podcast for a joint venture of the bracket challenge. We are going to have, right now, the pot is already over $200. So we're going to give out at least a first place prize of $100. It depends how many people we can sign up by Thursday at 11 o'clock. 10 o'clock is the deadline. Thursday at 10. Thursday at 10. Make sure to Venmo me. I'll post all the details after the show. But the pot is already above $200. So we got the bracket challenge. We got the live show on Sunday at Nick's Place. We got beer specials. We got pizza. We got lava lamps. We got stickers. It's a great time at Beer Sports Whatever. And I cannot thank y'all enough for being a part of the show. So, All right, let's get to more of what is going on. And Dad is trying to get into the show, so we are trying to multitask here at the Beer Sports Whatever podcast. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of the show. Okay? And the meat and potatoes of this show is Carlos Correa. All right? Let's get to the brass tacks of this, because I know Steve wants to talk about Carlos Correa. I know there's a lot of people out there that want to talk about Carlos Correa. The bottom line is this. Carlos Correa needs to re-sign with the Astros. And let me repeat what I just said. Carlos Correa needs to re-sign with the Astros. And it shouldn't be that he wants to, it's that he needs to. Because there's not another fan base out there that is going to embrace Carlos Correa like the city of Houston has embraced Carlos Correa. Carlos Correa is our guy, right? He's what we wanted James Harden to be. And what I mean by that is Carlos Correa brought the city of Houston a title. And Steve said, and look, I love Steve like a brother. He could care less about Correa. That is total horse manure. We all know that. We all know that. If he honestly was a Yankee right now, every Yankees fan would be hopping on his jockstrap. But he doesn't want to go there because every single person in every one of these other fan bases jumped on the Astros for the whole trash can banging fiasco. I'll call it a fiasco, okay? But why would he want to go to your fan base? Dad keeps saying, let me on. I can't. I'm literally live here on the show right now. You got to follow the link, Pops. I don't know what to tell you. All right. My sincerest of apologies. I don't know how to let you in. And the thing is, Carlos Correa needs to re-sign in Houston. He just needs to. Because run it back, right? The Rockets talked about running it back, which was stupid because they never won a title. So I never understood the running it back mentality that one of the worst owners in professional sports, that is Tillman Fertitta. Oh, good. Oh, look who's here. Oh, my God. It's a Christmas miracle, ladies and gentlemen. We got Lewis. Brown, what's up, baby?
You know, you got to stop sending me these technical things to do here. I'm a little verklempt right now, you know?
Well, yeah, that's part of it. Sam, okay, by the way, Sam the handyman, if anybody needs any work done at one of their many homes that they own, because people who listen to the show only own multiple, plots of land or homes, hit me up if you ever need any housework done, because Sam is the man. And
Sam is the best. Best.
And by the way, the fact that his profile picture is of y'all's stairs that he did is awesome. That is so beyond awesome. But we were talking about Carlos Correa, right? Because Carlos Correa needs to be an Astro. Do you agree with that statement?
There's no question about it. I don't know if he's the best player on this team, but he is the heart and soul. And I get Steve, about he doesn't really care about Correa as long as he's not a Yankee. Well, Steve, that's BS. If Correa was on the Yankees, they'd be all over his jock. But I don't think he's welcome in that clubhouse. This is where he needs to stay.
Why would you want – okay, this is a very serious question, right? If you're Carlos Correa, first of all, because people, after my showing – at softball this past weekend, there were rumblings around the softball park that I reminded them of a Carlos Correa. The bat speed was immaculate, okay? We'll tell the story of the $300 bat that you bought me that went great for, bunting abilities.
Yep.
But here's the thing, right? If you're Carlos Correa, why in the world would you want to leave Houston if Houston makes you an offer that's in that 7-year, $250 million deal, right?
It's going to be a 6-year deal with an out after the first year.
Ryan points out, for a guy that misses 60 games a year, I don't even care. I don't care. I don't care if he misses 60 games a year. If he plays every postseason game, it doesn't matter. It does not matter to me. None of that matters. He is the heart and soul of this franchise. When he defended the franchise during the whole cheating fiasco, which bears mentioning, what time do you have there at your house?
At my house, it's
what time is it?
9:30, and OU still sucks.
Yeah, OU still sucks, and the Houston Astros are and forever will be your World Series champions of 2017. But here's the thing, right? Just get it done. Just get it done. Like, there was somebody that posted something on Twitter today, and they would be like, would you trade the Texans losing every game for the next 5 years if it meant that Carlos Correa was an Astro? Yes, I would do that. I would have no problem with that. I would surely send that in.
Agreed.
And the thing is, do not give him an opt-out after 1 year, because my heart cannot take this after a year. I don't want to go through this after a year.
But it's a Boris thing. He doesn't get some reason the firm he was with, if he signs a long-term deal, will get most of whatever.
Whatever.
Okay, so he signs a 1-year deal, and then next year we re-sign him, and Boris is happy.
But here's the thing, right? If you're an Astros fan watching the show, first of all, thank you, episode 181. Beer, sports, whatever, less than 20 episodes till 200. We are probably going to throw the greatest 200th episode party that anyone has ever seen. So get excited about that.
I'm available.
Yeah, well, we're busy. No, I'm just kidding. We were talking about, before you hopped on, you had technical difficulties of, turning your phone on. That we have Alex Middleton this Sunday, episode 182, me, you, and him doing a trio show from Nick's Place on Westheimer at 11 a.m. that everybody should come to.
I'm already picking out the wardrobe. I can't decide.
Yeah, that's a scary thought. You've got Justin Verlander coming back, who's throwing 96 off the mound. You've got your boy Machete Maldonado here. You've got Bregman, the Hebrew Hammer, who stole my nickname, but I'll let him have it. You've got Jose Altuve. You've got Michael Brantley. You've got Yordan Alvarez. Oh, hi, Bo. Bo, hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. You've got – why would you want to leave? You honestly – unless it's money, and I get it, that it's money-related. But in all seriousness, Houston – the amount of love that I've seen that is being shown to him on social media, Dad, that's the thing, Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. We got to get you an Instagram. I don't know what you would
Wait,
post.
Is that what I'm on now? I'm on social media now?
Yeah, you are. But I feel like your Instagram would just be like cleaning projects that you have around the house, or a picture of your basketball hoop or your Dolphins room. Like, I feel like we should get you an Instagram. The fact that you don't have one is a little upsetting to me.
That's up to you.
Okay. Can you take the phone away from Bo's mouth? I'd really like to not hear just him licking things. Okay. That's great.
Get down, Bo. Sorry.
All right, so let's get to March Madness a little bit. Let's talk a little March Madness, because this is a poo-poo platter show, if you will. We've got a lot of things to discuss here. Well, before we get to that, what's your favorite St. Patrick's Day tradition?
Wearing green.
Oh, okay. How many Jaeger bombs have you had in your life? And be honest.
Yanker bombs.
No, Jaeger, not Yanker.
Jaeger bombs.
Yes.
Oh, my God. I've lost count.
What's your favorite part of a Jaeger bomb?
The bomb part.
Why do they call it a Jaeger bomb? Why? What happens during a Jaeger bomb?
It was named after Steve Jaeger, who used to catch for the Dodgers.
I don't think that's true at all. That doesn't make any sense. You guys have a tough game. Hook 'em Horns playing Virginia Tech. What are you looking for? Give me an honest assessment. Virginia Tech is one of the hottest teams in the country right now, coming off of a ACC title win over overranked Duke. What are your thoughts on the Virginia Tech-Texas game?
Well, let's face it. If Virginia Tech doesn't win the ACC tournament, they're playing A&M in the no one is interested tournament, okay, first of all.
Oh, the no one is interested tournament. I like it.
But
okay.
I think Texas can keep up with them defensively, but Texas goes brain dead, and they can't score the ball. It's like Steve, what's his name? Silas is coaching them. It's like Steven Silas is coaching them. They go brain dead and they can't put the ball in the hoop. So, is it the team that goes up by 18 at half last time, or is it the team that just totally chokes in the second half?
All right, so give me a prediction. Texas or Virginia Tech, who wins?
Texas.
Homer. Houston against the University of Alabama at somewhere in Birmingham.
Okay.
Who you have, Houston or UAB?
U of H by at least 20.
Woo! And by the way, I would really appreciate for the rest of this show, anytime you reference the University of Houston, it is American Athletic Conference regular season and conference champion University of Houston Cougars.
Okay, University of Houston. Move on.
Okay, that's a little rude if you want my honest assessment. Let's get to Andrew's Texas Tech versus Montana Tech. Who is your favorite Montana Tech player and why?
Steve Nash, because he's just really good. And
Steve Nash.
It's not because Andrew's on, but I got to tell you, I think Tech can make Sweet 16. They just play hellacious defense.
Texas Tech?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe. All right, so who are you taking, Texas Tech or Montana Tech?
Tech.
Okay.
Oh, Texas Tech.
Texas Tech. Okay. Keeping it in the state, what's Baylor plays Norfolk State? I will give you $5 on Sunday if you can tell me where Norfolk State is.
Virginia.
Is it really?
Yes.
How did you know that? It's in Virginia. You know what else is in Virginia? T.C. Williams High.
How did I know that?
Yeah, how did you know Norfolk State was in Virginia? That's incredible.
Well, let's see. Norfolk is in Virginia.
You didn't know that.
I did. What did I pull it out of? Yes, I did know that.
Did you get the T.C. Williams reference?
I did not.
Strong side, left side.
Oh, yes.
Alice, did you see the family resemblance? That's my brother.
That's my brother.
And then she just automatically just assumes, like, okay, fine, that's your brother. All right. Baylor versus Norfolk State. What are your indications in this game? What's going to happen?
It's over by halftime.
Oh. Who's going to win?
Baylor.
Okay. Well, listen, this is live TV. You got to come on here. You got to talk a little bit.
Come on, keep coming, keep firing.
All right. We've got if Texas Southern can win their playing game, which I fully anticipate on them doing, they will play the Kansas Jayhawks. Give me a prediction of who wins this game and why.
Okay, well, Kansas will win it because they're 18 times better.
Okay. Let me ask you this. How do you see, and you've got to submit your bracket for the beer sports, whatever, and Pass the Gravy bracket extravaganza, Lollapalooza, Bonanza extravaganza. I will bet any amount of money. There is no way that you by yourself will be able to submit that bracket before Thursday at 10 a.m. There's no way.
I can fill it out. I just won't be able to figure out how to send it to you. I'll get Andrew to help me.
No, you got to do it by yourself. We do have an urgent update. By the way, we have decided that anybody who listens to the show, if you put the sirens on what you want to say, you're more than likely going to be brought up a lot quicker than everybody else.
What is this A&M 50 out
in the NIT?
Oh, the nobody's interested tournament. Yay.
Well, we are. It has been confirmed by unreported sources that Beer Sports Whatever is the official podcast of Texas A&M men's and women's basketball.
How exciting.
How excited on a scale of 1 to 10 does that make you?
It doesn't.
Okay. Do you have a strategy when you're picking your bracket? Do you go just off the team? Do you go off teams in specific states? Do you go off of mascots?
I like the uniforms. I go by the color of the uniforms.
No, you don't. There's no way that's true. Okay, so is it true? Really? Like,
No.
do you have a binder of knowledge? Are you, do you go by student?
Right there. There's my binder.
That's a scary thought. That is truly a scary thought. Okay, let me ask you a question. For the University of Texas, right? You went to University of Texas. I ask everybody else out there, if you could choose only one, would you rather your college win a college basketball championship or a football championship, and why?
Football.
Not even close?
Not even close.
Why?
It's more hyped. It's more prestigious. It means more. It's, they
I just think it's an interesting question.
It means more to a bigger school like UT, U of H, Southern Cal, Notre Dame, Alabama. It's like when A&M's women won the national championship. Did anybody really care?
I thought it was. Wait, what did they win a national title in?
In basketball.
Oh, okay. Well, mazel to them.
Many years ago. So,
okay. Would you rather the University of Texas win a national title in lacrosse or swimming?
And we've already won swimming, so we'll go for lacrosse.
Women's volleyball or cycling?
Volleyball.
Okay, that's fair. Ryan says if UH won a natty in football, it would change the college forever. Well, that's true. Dan says football brings in more money. I'm so sick and tired of money that, I get it. Money drives everything. Don't get me wrong. I'm not naive. I'm not stupid when it comes to this. Well, yeah, that's fair. I'm just saying, I love the tournament. I think the tournament is the greatest individual sporting event of the year, and it's not even close. There's not at one. The Super Bowl, although Dan and Amanda did throw a heck of a Super Bowl party, so shout out to them. But the Super Bowl is great, and I love it. Our team is never going to be in it, but the March Madness, the first weekend, it's also the one sporting event you can look at and say that every team in the tournament has a shot.
Plus, it's not over after one big game like the Super Bowl. You got 3 or 4 weekends that builds up even more.
Oh, and you got, what's it called? St. Patrick's Day on Thursday. The Rockets are playing that no one cares about on Friday. Baseball is, popping up. Best time of the year. Not even close. Your thoughts on Laramie Tunsil staying in the city of Houston to play football?
How do you know that?
Because he reported it today via Twitter. He sent out the Wolf of Wall Street, "I'm not leaving!" Yeah!
Oh, so he hasn't been paroled yet. He'll still be on the Texans.
Yeah, that's fair. Ryan wants to know how long until the Rockets are back in the playoffs.
2 years.
Not with Silas. He's a moron.
Well, he'll be gone. He'll be gone next year.
Austin says A&M will have a natty in football. Natty means national title, by the way. We'll have a national title in football in the next 3 years, which has
fair
been
comment.
Ryan comes back with Austin's been saying that for 5 years. that is certainly true. Did you see the video of James Harden getting into it with DeMarcus Cousins?
Were they really getting into it?
Yeah, DeMarcus Cousins literally laughed in his face, which brings me to the question. If James Harden and DeMarcus Cousins got into a street fight, who would you take and why?
I'd take Boogie.
Okay. No, me too. And this is an appropriate time. It's 9:46, and it's an appropriate, pleasant time to note that Ryan Davis was the first to call you and I out on the James Harden take. We were wrong. You were right.
I was going to just say that Ryan called it, and
he did.
I think it was interesting last week after the Brooklyn Philly game where Harden just stunk the place up. Charles Barkley said Harden must have been confused and thought it was a playoff game. So
that's pretty funny.
Yeah,
that's pretty funny. When was the last jersey you bought? Just curious, because you're a jersey guy. You like your, the 3X jerseys because you like for the jersey to go down to your knees
2X,
when you're wearing jeans.
2X, let's not exaggerate.
Ryan wants to say everyone stop talking. I'm getting credit. That's pretty funny.
The last jersey was with you at the show. I bought the the Louis Dunbar Globetrotter jersey where it said Sweet Lou on the back. Talk about U of H legend, Sweet Lou Dunbar.
It's fair. That's fair. I really hope U of H makes a run in the tournament. I really do. I think, honestly, they're going to – if they make it past Illinois, I would be shocked.
Why?
If they make it past Illinois. Because U of H lost their two best players earlier in the year. They may win the national title next year in basketball. I'll call it right now. They've got the number 12 player overall in the country coming in. Just saying, U of H might win the national title next year. If they win the national title in basketball next year, you and I should joint streak through the streets of Sugarland.
You think Sugarland's ready for that?
No, because I think you and I would both end up in jail. And I don't know who would last a shorter amount of time in jail between you and I. Probably you.
What do you mean, probably me?
Because we couldn't, there's no gang we could join. We can't join the Aryan Brotherhood.
Yeah, I guess there's probably not a, brotherhood of Jews in there, so.
Yeah, probably not.
Well, we could go to prison with, where Harvey Weinstein went and all those guys,
Well, I didn't think we would talk about Harvey Weinstein on the show, but thank you so much for that. By the way, I thought about you in the grocery store the other day. In the checkout line, they had a Heath bar. Like those, what do they call it? Somebody help me out. It's the impulse buys right next to the counter. So they had, your Reese's, your Three Musketeers. They had a Heath bar all the way at the bottom. And so I took all the Heath bars out of there and I shoved them all the way into the back so no one could see them because I don't want to subject anybody to having worse teeth than I do. So I wanted to make sure that I hid those as well as possible. But I wanted you to know I did think about you.
Hey, the kid in Deliverance had worse teeth than you.
Ooh, Dan, Heath bar, most underrated candy bar. You're getting some love.
I love me some Dan, man.
Okay. I need you to not say that ever again, and I would be
Heath bar, man. It's a classic.
Okay, so this honestly might be the greatest 2-minute stretch of beer sports, whatever, where we've talked about Harvey Weinstein, Heath bars, you loving you, some of Dan, and we've given Ryan Davis credit. Like, I'm pretty sure we could just go out after this, and in all honesty, it probably won't get any better from this point. Give me a winner of the college basketball tournament on the men's and women's side.
God, I hate to be cliche, but Gonzaga's just a pat. Man, they're good. Gonzaga is good.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Yes.
Do you know what cliche means?
Okay, Michael. I was spewing cliches before any of these people on here were born.
Okay, that's fair. Oh, you're getting double love tonight. Heath is underrated. My grandpa loved them, always had them at the house.
There you go.
Terrible. What a terrible take.
There you go.
Terrible take by you.
You know where else they're good? In a blizzard. If you go to Dairy Queen, you get a blizzard, you can get cut up Heath in there.
Yeah, but there's no way that it's fresh Heath bar because they probably have the same batch from, 2002 because they haven't gone through the first original order because no one, you don't do that, do you? Please tell me you do not go to Dairy Queen and get a Heath bar in your blizzard.
Not lately, no.
Okay. The only last time I remember you and I, the four of us were at Dairy Queen, and you ordered a hot fudge sundae in the middle of July with extra nuts. And I'm pretty sure that we all died of laughter, and so did the lady taking your order because you thought it was the funniest thing in the world. The only thing more embarrassing than that is when you are riding in a car with Lewis Brown and you go to McDonald's and he orders the iced coffee with extra vanilla. And then the lady knows his name and she goes, "Oh, Mr. Lewis." And you get the biggest kick out of that ever. And then you pay this poor lady in change. You're scraping up the nickels from the bottom of your change jar to order the iced coffee.
Look, I highly recommend if you go to McDonald's on 6, ask for Francesca.
Wait, can I ask you a question? You say
Yes.
McDonald's on 6. Do you have any idea how long Highway 6 is?
Well, okay, let's be more.
Hello? Oh my God. He literally has gone dark. We can still hear you if you still want to talk.
Of course I want to.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, well, okay. We lost Lewis Brown. I seriously cannot. With technology tonight between him. Okay, great. Now he's
on
back.
Highway. The one is
Yes.
It's the one near Williams Trace, right next to Wings and Things.
Okay.
Come on. It's a classic.
Oh, God. Susie Brown was asked if she knew what a Heath bar was. She said it's spelled Heath, you illiterate schmuck. Oh, that's fair. Okay. All right, guys. I don't know if I can take much more of tonight's show. We'll go for 7 more minutes to get everybody out of here at 10 o'clock. All right, so you're going Gonzaga on the men's side. Your women's team. Give me a winner.
South Carolina.
Go Cox.
Go Cox.
Okay. You're a big Cox fan.
You can't beat them.
You can't beat the Cox.
That's right.
Okay.
So who do you think will win the men's and women's tournament?
Well, the University of Houston, duh, on the men's side.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Cougars fight for dear old U of H for alma mater cheer.
Okay, good. What about the women's?
I'm going to go with UConn. Gino Auriemma running it back this year. By the way, is there a more unlikable team than Duke on the men's side? I didn't get to ask you about that on last week's show.
I don't know. I hate Kansas. I can't stand Kansas.
Okay.
They're like Coach Carter's team after they scored and they would pose and stuff like that. Okay. Here's the poll question for you.
How many sisters that guy got?
Linda. Now, Linda's okay.
She got a big afro.
Where does Deshaun Watson end up?
Ooh. Oh, man, there's a lot of smoke of him going to Carolina. I did a little bit of research before the show. Carolina's got more highly rated masseuses than San Francisco does. So
just different types, that's all.
That's fair. If I had to make a guess right now and put a little wager on it, I'd probably say he ends up in Carolina. I would not rule out Atlanta, though.
So if you end up with Darnold, whatever his name is, and you get
Darnold,
McCaffrey.
Yeah, you're 0 for 2, so yes.
Well, he won't stay healthy, but you end up with those two plus a bunch of draft picks. That's not a bad haul. Now, Cleveland, what I'm thinking is if you end up with, the OU suck quarterback Mayfield, you're not going to – they're going to flip. They'll flip them.
Okay. The OU suck quarterback? Is that what you just called
That's what I just said.
Okay. So before we wrap the show up here in a couple minutes, Steve wants to know, Dabo Swinney to Carolina once Rule gets fired? That's interesting. That's really interesting. Dabo Swinney, the coach of Clemson football.
I know who Dabo Swinney is.
Okay, well, you don't have to be rude about it. I was simply just making a comment.
You were talking down to me, but that's
okay. I wasn't talking down. We're sitting at the same level. No, where are you going? Where do you think he ends up? Give me a team quick.
I think Carolina.
Okay, so we're both going Carolina?
Yep.
Okay. Steve wants to know Flip Baker to who? The Gamblers? That's fun. All right, Steve, you better be at Nick's place on Sunday at 11 o'clock because we feel like the show Sunday will be fire if everyone shows up.
Well, tell everybody to come on.
Well, I will when we finish the show up. It's called a lead up. Haven't you ever been in radio? Me neither.
I grew up in radio. Are you kidding?
That's fair. April 19th, Astros opening day at Minute Maid Park. Give me an official prediction. Will Carlos Correa be a part of the roster on opening day?
Absolutely.
Is Ryan Davis the greatest teacher named Ryan Davis in Fort Bend ISD?
He's even the greatest teacher not named Ryan Davis.
Oh! Good for you, Pops. This has been another episode of Around the Blocks, the Beer Sports Whatever podcast. My name is Michael, the Hebrew Hammer Brown. I have been joined by Lewis. I like to blow my nose in Texas A&M t-shirts at local academies in Sugar Land Brown.
No, and I didn't blow my nose.
Yes, you did.
It was a sneeze.
Yes, you did. Is what?
A sneeze.
Yeah, you sneezed into a Texas A&M t-shirt.
But it was right there. I didn't,
You did it on purpose.
Well, so what? So that was many years ago when I was young and immature.
Okay, yeah, many years ago. Make sure to check out Beer Sports Whatever on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Once again, Make sure to come out this Sunday at 11 o'clock, Nick's Place off Westheimer and Rocky Ridge. They've got beer specials. We've got food specials. We've got all the games on. We're going to be joined by Alex, the Cal Ripken of Crawfish, Middleton of the Pass the Gravy podcast, the Rod Ryan Show, his 26 other podcasts that he has, three-time guest of the show. He's going to be live here on the show. But make sure to come out. We've got gift cards.
Do we have room for everybody?
We've got room for everybody. So make sure to come out. Bring your wives, bring your sisters, your brothers, your kids, your dogs, whoever the hell you want to bring them. Because there's a 13% chance that Pops is literally just going to give out cash to people that come to the show. We've got shirts, stickers, the whole kit and caboodle.
Maybe we can get Sam to come out.
Easily the biggest show of the year. Also, Thursday at 10 a.m. is the deadline for the second annual Beer Sports Whatever Bracket Extravaganza, Lollapalooza Bonanza Extravaganza. This year we are partnering with the Pass the Gravy podcast. The pool is already over $200, so first place will be for at least $100. I don't know where you can invest $10 and literally 10 times your money potentially for picking sports games. Are you kidding me? DM me, text me, call me for all the details. We'll get you all the details. It's an extremely exciting time here at Beer Sports Whatever right now. We can't thank y'all enough for all of your love and support. We love y'all. We will be back live here on Facebook and on Twitter Sunday, 11 o'clock. Pops, me, Alex, Mayhem Middleton. There's a 12% chance that we are going to have Nick might be on. There's a lot of people that may come on. It's going to be an extremely exciting show. Hook 'em horns. Go Cougs. It's 9:59 and OU still sucks.
Carlos Correa.
Carlos Correa is still a bad mamma jamma and is going to be a Houston Astro. And your Houston Astros are and forever will be your 2017 World Series champions. And until next time, BSW fans, we'll see y'all next time.
Peace out. Thank you guys for listening.
Did you just say peace out? No one says peace out anymore.
I just said it.
No one says peace out.
I'm starting it up again. It's gonna catch on.
With who?
Mom.
Okay.